for Destiny Montoya. Anna Riordan had 7 and 6 points for Kaylee Kidwell. 16 for Alexis Hoover to lead the way for Goddard, 10 for Erica Cannon, 8 for Alexis Sandoval, 9 for Ambrosia Tessitayo, 4 points for Santana Espinosa, 6 for Alyssa Linares, and 3 points for Sierra Hatch. As I mentioned, Alamogordo Lady Tigers will play at 8:30 tomorrow morning, either against Ruidoso or Deming. Be a rematch of their first game of the season, or a district opponent who they'll see later on. We did find out, by the way, no big changes for Alamogordo across most sports yesterday for the realignment, but in football, Alamogordo goes back to 6A, and so they'll be in the district with Carlsbad, Hobbs, Oregon Mountain, Centennial, and Las Cruces High School. So, I'm not sure if that's more difficult than it was in the Goddard Artesia Hospital District. I mean, I'm sure it's going to be more difficult. Those are really, really good football teams. So that'll be the big change. And I think that the Tularosa football district also changed a little bit. I'll have to go and look at the alignment because I knew there was a couple of things that changed in there. But for the most part, I think everything else stays the same for Tularosa, Mescalero, Apache, Cloudcroft. No big changes there. They're all staying 2A. And I think the only thing that switches up is the football district. I know Lordsburg dropped to 8-man, so Mescalero Apache stays in Tule's football district at 11-man, but I'll have to double check who the other teams. I think it's Capitan and there's one other that's in that district that wasn't in it last year. So there is a change there. Maybe Estancia, I think, is maybe in that district now. I believe that's right. Anyhow, that's for next year. I wouldn't really even worry about it yet because you'll just get yourself confused going, wait, who's in whose district now? No, it's staying the same at least until the end of the to the end of the year. But are some changes across the state, some schools dropping 6A to 5A and moving around all kinds of different places. Almo's student body, I was looking at the enrollment numbers, they've gone up by about 100, I think, over the last year or so. So, I mean, it has increased. It wasn't so much other schools losing enrollment. Alamo was increasing there, and I think Tule and Cloudcroft and Mescalero stayed pretty close to where they were when the last enrollment, or when the last realignment went down from the New Mexico Activities Association. But anyhow, that's for another day. We're getting ready for Alamogordo boys basketball. They're on the floor warming up against Carlsbad. We'll preview this game. Again, we've already seen these teams play once this year. It wasn't a good game for the Tigers, but they've played better in their next 2 games. Now, can they make that improvement from that opening game, that first varsity game for this Tiger basketball team, or does Carlsbad able to control things like they were last Saturday? It's coming up for you soon. We'll take another break. It's Tiger basketball pregame here on Alamo Sports and Talk, 1230 AM, 101.9 FM. Tiger Hoops coming up next. Welcome back to the City of Champions Classic here in Artesia. You're listening to Alamo Sports and Talk, 1230 AM, 101.9 FM. And we hope you're having a fine Friday morning. For those of you maybe tuning into the chat or tuning in for the Chad Benson Show, obviously he's off for today. We'll have him back on Monday. And also want to mention the Alamogordo Sports Football Roundtable that usually airs at 11. We'll have that on the air as soon as we're done with this game. So probably around 11:30-ish, I would imagine, and that will get started. And it is, should let you know, obviously that's recorded. We're doing that. We recorded that on Wednesday with the guys at the Football Roundtable. So just a heads up, that'll be coming up for you guys here in a little while. All right, as for this game, we saw these two teams just on Saturday as Alamogordo lost 62-22. It was a somewhat close game at halftime, 21-9, but Alamogordo just never really got going in that game. And I feel like hopefully the last couple of games have given them a bit more momentum and they feel a bit more comfortable in what they're doing going into today. Now, whether that happens or not, we'll find out. But yeah, it was a tough day, and Damian Perez lit up the Tigers on that day. I was looking at the score sheet from yesterday. He didn't have a ton of success against Rio Rancho, so I'm sure he's looking to get back going today. And who are some of the other guys that it was mainly Perez, and he really got things keyed in the second half because Carlsbad didn't play a particularly good first half against Alamogordo. I thought the Tigers should have felt good about the fact they were only down 21-9 at halftime in that game. Obviously, the second half did go really well as Carlsbad put up 41 points in the second half, and Alamogordo only had 13. So it just Alamo obviously can't have those kind of scoring droughts that they had in that game on Saturday. And it seemed like the offense got going against Los Lunas. Yesterday was tough against Hobbs with the pressure, but I thought Alamo did some good things against Hobbs, not great. I mean, nothing by any means to be happy about from yesterday, but that was always going to, that Hobbs game was going to be a growing game for them regardless because of the style of basketball that Hobbs plays. And, for most of those guys having never seen Hobbs before, they certainly were hoping for a little bit better, but didn't quite get that yesterday. So we'll see. But we started to see, where the offense maybe consistently will come from for the Tigers. Jason Warren, Kai Bickham, Deontay Bynum. I think they've been probably the most consistent guys, but there's other players among this team that, Nick Martin, I thought a couple of shots that he's made in recent games that if he can get going, he has a chance to provide for the Tigers. I think, Trey Sanders on the inside yesterday did some good work for the Tigers. This is, again, the size of Carlsbad's going to cause some problems for them again today, but maybe Alamogordo will be able to react a little bit better to that as the game goes on. And some guys, making their first buckets yesterday, like John Henry Cifuentes, able to knock one in. Maybe that's, something that'll get confidence going and feel a little bit more comfortable about knocking down some shots. And if Alamogordo they're a jump shooting team, and they've got to be able to, get some confidence, some feel good with their jump shooting in order to win some of these basketball games. So, whether they're able to do that or not, we'll obviously find out. Looks like Goddard's without Derek Sullivan, who played pretty well in that game the other day for the Cavemen. So we looks like we're ready to go. All right, starters for the Tigers. Looks like Trey Sanders getting the start today. That's a bit of a change for Alamogordo. That's, I believe, instead of Jason Warren. And Kai Bickham, Deontay Bynum, Amarian Bynum, and Brett George. And looking over there, I don't know if, I think Jason may be in street clothes over on the bench, so maybe he is nursing an injury at the moment. So Tigers will be short one, it looks like, today. And we'll get you the starters here for Goddard in just a second. Alamogordo's in their road blacks today with the gold numerals. Alamogordo across the front. Goddard in their home whites with the blue lettering and numerals and silver outlining. And the starters for the Rockets, Tyler Gonzalez, number 55, he's a 6'7 junior. Number 24, RJ Amos, a 5'10 junior. Number 33, Damian Perez, a 6'5 junior. Number 15 is Devin McBride, a 6'2 junior. And number 22 is Garen Gossett, a 6'5 sophomore. Tell you what, this is a young team for as good as they are. They may be even better next year, if we can believe that. I was impressed with them the other day. as the tip controlled by the Tigers as Brett George timed his jump a little bit better. And Alamogordo with the basketball. They go right to left, left to right for Goddard. George gets it at the elbow, feeds it back outside to Bickham, or I should say to Bynum, now to Bickham, back to Bynum. He fires up a three, back of the rim, no good. Bickham grabs the rebound at the free throw line, feeds it over to the left corner. Amari and Bynum with the basketball. Out between the circles, it's Deontay Bynum, goes the baseline to Trey Sanders. Sanders has his shot blocked. The loose ball comes out to Kai Bickham. Bickham works into the lane, feeds it over the left corner to Amari and Bynum. Now Deontay Bynum, left wing. Almost had it for the first 30 seconds here of the quarter. Now out to the right wing, it's Sanders. Sanders goes over to the left corner to Amari and Bynum. And now out towards the midcourt line to Deontay Bynum, and he'll hold there. Left corner, gives it to Amarian. Gets the screen, comes to the top of the key. Now over to the right wing to Bickham. Coach Nee yelling, swing it from the sidelines. Ball to the sideline, almost stolen away. Now it is stolen away. McWright to the basket, lays it up and in. So a long possession for Alamogordo. Ends up in a turnover, a pass that Amari and Bynum had to try to save. Now Alamogordo trying to inbounds, and it's deflected away by McWright out of bounds. Alamogordo will keep it. 6:50 remaining in the first. Sanders looking to inbounds. Gets it to Amari and Bynum. Goes up ahead to Deontay Bynum. Deontay, pull-up jump shot from the left elbow, just rolls off, rebound. Is knocked around and eventually grabbed by Amari and Bynum. The Tigers will get another chance here, trailing 2-0 on the Richardson Motor scoreboard. 6.5 minutes to go in the first. Deontay Bynum, right wing extended, dribbling against McWright. Deontay feeds it off left wing to Kai Bickham. Bickham directing traffic. Sanders goes to the free throw line. Sanders now works his way in the lane, feeds it out. Baseline jump shot is no good from Brett George, and pushing up the far sideline is Damian Perez. Perez swings to the middle of the floor, top of the key, looks to drive past Bynum, all the way to the basket, high off the glass, and it's good. And another strong start here for Carlsbad against Alamogordo. As the Tigers look to inbound, they get it to Bickham. Bickham will give it off to Bynum. And up ahead to Brett George in the front court. Trey Sanders has got it. Sanders trying to work his way inside. Off the glass and good. Nice little post-up move on the big man, Gonzalez. And Trey Sanders gets the Tigers on the board. 4-2, 5:43 to go in the first quarter. Sanders comes across midcourt with Bynum on him. Over to the right wing. McWright, right corner, Gossett. Gossett will dribble out of there, go out to the top of the key. Tigers try to get a steal there. Bynum try to step in front of the pass for Perez. Perez, a little step back three, decides to pass it. And got it to his teammate Amos, who goes out top to McWright. Bynum got a hand on McWright, or got the hand on the ball. Now a reach-in called on Alamogordo. As player driving left to the basket. They're going to call it on Deontay Bynum. It's his first foul of the game. And Chris Sapri comes into the game, and Amari and Bynum comes out. Baseline left, inbounds here for Amos. Comes all the way out to Gossett, who'll have to track it out towards midcourt. And giving it to Perez. Sapri on Perez. They give it to Amos at the right wing. Looking to drive, gets in the lane. Spins it back out. Gossett going to fire a left wing three. Front rim no good. McWright gets the rebound. Goes up left the lane and finishes. Steven McWright's got 4. And Carlsbad leads 6-2. Bynum gets it head to Bickham. Tigers push it up the floor. Bickham works his way into the lane. And they're going to call a foul on a foul on Carlsbad as Kai Bickham was driving. They'll call McWright on the foul. His first team foul on the Rockets. Baseline left to inbound here for Sanders. Gets it into George. George trying to post up, and his shot went off the side of the backboard there. Now a battle for it on the floor. And the possession arrow will, I think, give it to Carlsbad here. Yeah, it should be Carlsbad basketball. Alamogordo won the tip. Yeah. .442 to go in the first. 6-2. Alamogordo trails. And Perez, top of the key, works left lane, dishes out to McWright. Ball almost got behind him. Tracks it down, gives it to Amos. Gossett goes inside to the basket. And a foul going to be called on Brett George as Tyler Gonzalez First foul on Brett George, second team foul on Alamogordo. And the free throw up and in there for Tyler Gonzalez. And we'll see the Cavemen switch out, as we'll see Zachary Barnes come into the game, along with Evan Campos and Ismael Chavez. Gonzalez makes both, and Alamogordo trails 8-2, 4:27 to go in the first. Sanders goes over the top to Sapri. Ball was just out of his reach, but he tracks it down, goes high off the glass, can't finish. A lot of contact as he went up with the shot right of the lane, but doesn't get the call. And now into the front court with it is Chavez. Chavez tried to feed it to the middle of the floor. Deontay Bynum got a hand on it. Chavez being pressured by Sanders, spins away from him, gets in the lane. And now we're going to see a jump ball inside. And Alamogordo will get the possession this time with 4:08 to go in the first quarter. Sanders with the only points of the game for Alamogordo so far. He'll inbound, get it to Sapri. And Sapri will give it off to Bickham. Up ahead to Sapri. Gets it to left wing where he's double teamed and has the ball taken away by Campos. Campos to the middle of the floor. It ends up in Perez's hands. Left wing firing up three is Barnes. It's no good. Sanders grabs the rebound. And it's Deontay Bynum coming up the near sideline for Alamogordo. Bynum across midcourt. 3:45 remaining in the first quarter. And Bynum directing traffic as he continues to dribble. Barnes coming out on him. Now gives to Sanders at the free throw line. Back to Bynum, who fires the three, and he hits it. Deontay Bynum with his first points of the game, and the Tigers trail 8-5. 3:26 to go in the first quarter. Perez at the far side, guarded by Supri. Comes between the circles, crosses over to his left, drives left in the lane, pull-up jump shot. That rattles out. Sanders tips the rebound. It's tipped out by George, but it's all the way to the midcourt line to Chavez. And Chavez will feed it over the right side. Right wing three on the way. That's no good. Rebound inside by Sandoval. His shot attempt is no good. Getting underneath the basket and getting the basketball is Campos, but he stepped on the baseline, and Alamogordo will get the basketball. And a sub as McWright comes back in. And Barnes will check out. We'll see Diego Balderrama in as Brett George will get a rest here for the Tigers. 3:02 remaining in the first on the Richardson Motor scoreboard. And an inbounds here for Sanders. Sanders will try to go over the top of Sapri, but the pass is too far. He tried to save it and crashes into the plexiglass along the baseline, but he will lose it out of bounds. And then I think he touched it at the baseline is what the official is saying. They're trying to say if there wasn't a touch. Okay, nope, nobody did touch it at the baseline, so it'll be inbounds underneath the basket on the Carlsbad side of the floor. As Coach Nee is arguing the case over there that he touched it when he was going out of bounds. So Carlsbad will get the inbounds baseline right of the basket here with 3:02 to go in the first. And they get it to McWright, who on the tip in puts it up and in. 10-5 now. Sanders will inbounds, and a foul going to be called to McWright. And I believe that'll be his second foul here with 2:54 to go in the first as he reached in on the inbounds play. So Amos will come into the game and will check in for McWright. For the Tigers, Diego Balderrama, Deontay Bynum, Amarian Bynum, Kai Bickham, who gets the basketball, and Trey Sanders. Bynum comes to the middle of the floor to Sanders. Sanders comes across midcourt, gives it off to Bickham at the left wing. Kai swings it out between the circles to Bynum, and a lot of pressure here on the outside. Good passing here. Bynum's going to get an open look. Shot no good. Rebound inside from Sanders. Sanders pump fakes, goes up. He's going to get fouled inside by, I think, Xavier Rueda. And the Tigers will get two free throws here, and good work inside there by Trey Sanders. Got the start today. No Jason Warren, it looks like, for Alamogordo. And Jason didn't play a lot of the second half yesterday. So obviously dealing with some kind of injury, we believe, as the first free throw misses for Sanders. Tigers trailing 10-5, 2:33 to go in the first, and Sanders will get one more. And Sanders will miss on the second, and Amos grabs the rebound for Carlsbad. And we'll bring it in the front court for the Cavemen. 2:27 remaining, and Amos is going to travel as he worked to the middle of the floor and ran right into Bickham and Amarian Bynum. And the Tigers will inbound in front of their bench on the far sideline as Sanders gets it to Bickham. And Bickham to the top of the key. Feeds it out left corner. Amarian Bynum pump fakes, but the pass to the middle floor is stolen away. Amos tried to feed a pass to his teammate, pushing up the floor, Perez, but it was behind him and goes out of bounds to the far sideline. Boy, they're going to say that that was deflected by Alamogordo, I guess, and they'll keep it on this side for Carlsbad. They initially had pointed the other way. Inbounds from the far sideline, Chavez. Ball goes over to the right corner. This is Samuel Gee, who's in the game for the first time. Campos. Now Chavez. Chavez goes back over to the corner. Driving is Campos. And we're going to see an offensive foul as Trey Sanders stepped in there and drew the charge. And it remains a 10-5 difference. Very similar to the first game. Neither team really got off to a good start offensively. Sanders inbounds it to Bynum. Gives it back to Sanders. Sanders pushes up the floor. Sanders dishes it out to Balderrama. Now Bynum, Bickham, left wing, then back to Bynum. 1:45 remaining. Deontay will give it off left wing to Bickham. Back to Deontay. Sanders at the top of the key. Gives it off to Bickham. Bickham works to the baseline. Looking for some help. Finds Sanders, who's in the lane. Sanders goes up with the shot. Right hand, no good. Rebound pulled in by the Cavemen in Campos. And coming up the far side with it is Chavez. Chavez stops to the left wing. Feeds it off to Gee. Steps into a top of the key three. Back of the rim, no good. Rebound pulled in by Campos, right of the lane. He gets to the free throw line. Stops, turns around, and gives it to Amos. And he holds it over his head at the top of the key. Now fires up a three. It's no good. Rebound is again pulled in by the Cavemen. And Chavez with the basketball. Gee takes it at the left wing. Ball fakes left, moves to his right to the free throw line, then goes right wing off to Campos. Right corner, now inside. Backing his way was Gossett, then outside. Three on the way is no good, and the rebound pulled in by Alamogordo. And Trey Sanders. Still a 10-5 game here in the first quarter. Bickham at the left wing, and back to Bynum, top of the key. Right wing, give it off to Bynum. Balderrama at the free throw line. Couple of ball fakes, feeds it off to Deontay. He ball fakes right, drives left. A pass which was in between a couple players, finds Amarian Bynum. Deontay now has it left wing. 33 seconds remaining, and he backpedals near midcourt. Bynum will feed it off left corner to Bickham. Looking for a screen, gets it from Balderrama, goes to the top of the key, tries to jump stop in, goes up with the right hand, no good. Got his own miss, goes up with the shot, that's no good. And the loose ball pulled in by Gossett. And here come the Cavemen with 13 seconds left. Chavez with the basketball, now 10 seconds to go. And looks like they're setting this up for Chavez, or he's going to drive and kick. 5 seconds to go. Chavez trying to break it down on Bynum, or Bickham. Good defense from him, and he'll fire up a long shot. Good defense there from Kai Bickham to not allow a shot. And a lack of an offense in the first quarter. Neither team really got going, but the Cavemen have the lead, 10-5 after 1 on the Richardson Motor scoreboard. You're listening to Tiger Basketball on ESPN Alamogordo. Alamo Sports 101.9, Alamo Sports 1230 AM. Inbounds here for Carlsbad. They'll begin the ball here in the second quarter. They lead Alamogordo 10-5 on the Rich Samoda scoreboard. You're listening to Alamo Sports and Talk, 1230 AM, 101.9 FM. Baseline in the corner. Gossett comes out top to Gonzalez. Now it's Perez. Gets a screen. Perez finds Gonzalez on the pick and roll. Gets to the basket and can't get the layup to go, but gets his own miss. Putback attempt is no good. And inside, Demarion Smith gets the rebound. He's going to be fouled on the rebound. And Alamogordo will keep the basketball. 15th foul here on Carlsbad. And if I had been calling them Goddard, my apologies. One game into the next, sometimes I think I've been calling Carlsbad the whole game. Smith will inbounds here to Deontay Bynum. Nick Martin's on the floor. Chris Sapri. Smith working it into the front court for the Tigers. Gives it off left wing. And now it's Deontay Bynum with it. Free throw line, George inside to Smith. Smith goes up with the shot. He's going to be fouled. I think they're going to get Gossett on it, or is it coming over the top on Perez? And yeah, it's going to be Gossett who gets called for the foul. It's his second and the 16th foul on Carlsbad. And Demarion Smith, I'm sorry. And he rattles home the first free throw. Can make it a one-possession game here. 10-6 now with 7:22 to go in the second quarter. Smith misses. Rebound out of bounds. Perez couldn't get a handle on it. Now Alamogordo gets a free possession here. Baseline right of the basket. They'll inbound. 7:21 remaining here in the first half. Baseline right to inbounds. As Smith will get it into Martin in the right corner. Martin dribbles once, then has to pass it away. George top of the key. Brett looking to drive, goes up, left the lane, high off the glass, no good. Rebound pulled in by Morelis. And now it's Perez coming up the near sideline. Perez gives over to the left wing to Gee. Back and forth he goes with McWright. And then back to Gee. McWright in the left corner, goes inside Villanueva. And I'm going to say a foul before the shot attempt. So inbounds play for Carlsbad left of the basket here at the baseline. First foul called on Demarion Smith. Gee will hand it off to Perez with Sapri on him. Pull-up jump shot just from the left elbow. Gonzalez got the rebound, kicks it out. Morelis going to fire a three, and he hits it. Jacob Morelis knocks in the three for Carlsbad. They lead, are they going to say it was a two? So 12-6. So he must have had his foot on the line. And Alamogordo coming up the floor. Here's Demarion Smith. He's top of the key. Has the ball taken away by Morelis. And Morelis will find Gee as he was pressured by Smith. Coming to the far sideline, it's Perez all the way to the top of the key. 6:21 remaining. Morelis goes to the corner. Gee, he'll fire up a triple. No good. Rebound was tipped by a Tiger, but McWright is able to gather it in, and he'll get another possession here for Carlsbad. Ball goes over to the left wing. It's Perez. Now Gee top of the key. McWright, as they're looking for Gonzalez inside. Gonzalez is going to get called for an offensive foul. Trying to clear out some space, and then he started to lose his balance. I think they're trying to see who the foul was on, because I think he meant to be on 55, and I think he called 22. Yeah, well, Gossett wasn't on the floor at the time, so it should be 55 who got the foul. And they got it right. And now they're not going to start it yet, because I think Carlsbad's going to bring in Amos for McWright. All right, so it'll be Alamogordo to inbounds here at the baseline. And inbounds goes to Bickham. 6 minutes remaining. Over the far sideline, Martin comes all the way to the near side to Sapri. Alamogordo handled the pressure well on that possession as Bickham will go to Martin. Martin dribbles to the right wing. Look to go to the corner, and it's easily stolen away by Perez. Feeds it up ahead to Amos. Amos has the ball knocked away from him. And Bickham, I think, felt like he got the ball as he came across Amos there. And Kai's going to pick up his first. It's the 4th team foul. Well, they're going to say it was in the act of shooting. I don't know how that was in the act of shooting, but Amos is going to get the free throw here. Didn't look like he had even gotten up into his shot attempt by that point, but I guess because he's near the basket, they give him the opportunity to go for 2 free throws. And he makes both. 14-6, Carlsbad leads as Martin gets the inbounds. Gets it across midcourt. Amos pressuring him, gives it to Bickham. Then back over to Martin. Guarded by Amos. And dishes it out to the corner. Supree with the basketball. Gets it to George at the baseline. George trying to go up and underneath. Had his shot blocked. And Perez coming the other way. That was the tough thing for the Tigers the other day as well. On trying to go inside. The size of the Cavemen just provided him all kinds of problems. Amos off a screen. Gets to the free throw line. Gets in the lane. Goes up with the shot. It's no good. They're going to call a foul. They say that one's on the floor. I mean, I think he was in the act of shooting there for sure, but I guess they'll say that was beforehand. Perez on the inbounds fires up a right corner 3, and it falls in for him. High off the back of the rim and in. And a timeout going to be called by Alamogordo with 5:04 to go in the second, and Carlsbad starting to stretch out their legs here and pull it out to a 17-6 advantage. It is a 30-second timeout on the floor. 5:04 remaining in the second. Alamogordo down by 11 on the Rich Samoto scoreboard. You're listening to Tiger Basketball. Welcome back. 5:04 to go in the second. It's Carlsbad 17, Alamogordo 6. And Alamo really needs a good possession here. Almost threw it away there. Martin grabs the basketball, though, still in the backcourt with it. Feeds it over to Bickham at the far side. Now to Martin. And under 5 minutes to go in the second quarter. Supree bounce pass to Sanders. Tried to go inside to George, and it's taken away by Carlsbad. There's too many empty possessions here for Alamogordo. Perez will swing it near side to Gee at the right wing, goes over right corner to Amos. Rueda trying to set up inside, but Amos will keep it and then give it to Rueda out between the circles. Left wing Perez gets a screen from Rueda, works into the lane, goes up with the shot, and that's up and in. Perez has got 7 as he hits the jumper from just inside the free throw line, and Alamogordo now trails 19-6, 4:15 remaining. Pass almost too high for everybody, but Brett George grabbed the basketball high up in the air, and I thought for a second that was going to be a backcourt, but it was kind of hard to tell. I guess he grabbed it and then stepped across, and it was a delayed call from the official. I think the Carlsbad coach yelling about it sort of gave the official a second chance to think about it. I think he probably got the call right there, but it doesn't go Alamogordo's way. And again, Alamo unable to even get a shot up on the possession. Top of the key, driving is Chavez, feeds it inside Rueda. Rueda had his shot blocked, but they're going to call a foul on Sanders. So to the line goes Rueda. Coach Nee was having a conversation with the official. I don't think he agreed with the call. And the first free throw up and in for Rueda. And the second free throw up and in. Deontay Bynum comes in for Nick Martin. It's Balderrama, Bickham, Amari and Bynum out on the floor as well, and Trey Sanders too. Middle of the floor, it goes to Deontay Bynum. 21-6 Tigers trail. Here's Bickham, top of the key into the lane. Good bounce pass to Balderrama. Good dish there from Kai Bickham. And Balderrama able to finish, and the Tigers finally get off the schneid there. Perez to the top of the key. McWright takes it left wing, looks to drive. Gets in the lane. Good feed to Rueda. Had a shot blocked by Sanders. Goes right to McWright, though. And at the left wing with it, it's Chavez. And the ball's going to go out of bounds here, and Alamogordo is going to get the possession with 3:30 to go in the second. Sanders will inbound for the Tigers at the baseline. Sanders can give it off to Bynum. Deontay still in the backcourt. Goes to the middle of the floor to Sanders. Sanders, bounce pass, good feed to Amari and Bynum. Shot was blocked, though. Sanders, though, right there for the loose ball, and he gets the lay-in. Trey Sanders has got 4. And Alamogordo with back-to-back buckets. It's 21-10, 3:13 to go in the second quarter. Perez, pull-up jump shot from the left elbow, no good. Rebound pulled in by the Cavemen, and Perez work it around. Amos going to fire a top of the key 3. It's no good. Rebound out to the corner, and it'll be out of bounds last off of Carlsbad. And a sub for the Cavemen, as coming in is Gonzalez and Campos. McWright and Rueda come off the floor. Tigers trying to see if they maybe get this below double digits here before the halftime break. Pass goes to Sanders at the top of the key. Sanders trying to back his way in. Bounce pass to Bickham. Bickham, quick shot. Rebound is tipped around. Sanders gets to it, puts up the shot, the glass, and good. And Trey Sanders now with 6 points. Alamogordo's deficit drops to 9. 21-12. Carlsbad leads. 2:30 to go in the second quarter. Perez with the basketball. Finds Amos at the right wing. Over to the right corner. Chavez inside to Gonzalez, and easy for the big fella there. Good entry pass, and Gonzalez lays it up and in. Sanders looking to inbounds. Gets it to Amari and Bynum. Gets it up ahead to Deontay. Deontay pushing to the basket. Cross-court pass to Balderrama, who had a shot block. Balderrama gets it back, though. Feeds it back outside. Ball's going to be deflected. It goes out of bounds last off Carlsbad over at the far sideline. And Coach Nee wants a full timeout. An 11-point lead for Carlsbad. 2:04 to go in the second on the Richardson Motor scoreboard. 23-12. Carlsbad leads Alamogordo on the Richardson Motor scoreboard. You're listening to Tiger Basketball, Alamo Sports and Talk, 1230 AM, 101.9 FM. .204 remaining second quarter. Carlsbad 23, Alamogordo 12. Second game for both these teams here at the City of Champions Classic in Artesia. And Deontay Bynum with the basketball for the Tigers as he dribbles it over to the left wing, guarded by Campos. Swings over left corner to Bickham. Then back to Deontay. Deontay will go to Sanders at the free throw line. Sanders kicks it out. Amarian works towards the baseline. Tried to get it to Sanders, the free throw line, but stepping in front of it and stealing it is Barnes. Barnes works up the floor, almost lost the handle on it. Gathers it back in and resets the offense here with 1:35 to go. Campos, top of the key, gets it off left wing to Chavez. Left corner, they try to go to Gonzalez inside, but knocking it away was Diego Balderrama as he guarded the entry pass nicely, and the Tigers come the other way. Swing pass over the left side to Amari and Bynum. Goes to Deontay. Right wing off to Bickham. Free throw line jump shot from Sanders. Back of the rim, no good. Balderrama has the rebound tipped away from him by Perez. That wingspan of his is impressive. Perez works his way all the way to the right wing. Now gives it off to the top of the key to Chavez. Chavez will give it to Campos. Campos feeds it inside. Perez misses. No, that was Gonzalez. I'm sorry. He gets his own miss. Second opportunity And the ball's going to be knocked out of bounds and looks like last off of Alamogordo. And it'll be an inbounds for Campos, baseline left. Inbounds goes to Perez, left corner. Gets it all the way out top. 3 on the way is blocked by Sanders. Loose ball out of bounds. Last off of Alamogordo. As both Sanders, or I should say, I think it was both Bynum and Barnes going after that loose ball. And I kind of thought it was off of Carlsbad too, so did Coach Nee. Been a couple of 50-50 balls recently that just haven't gone Alamogordo's way. Inside it goes to Gonzalez, but can't handle the pass, and Bickham has it. And the Tigers again have a chance to cut this to a single-digit deficit before halftime as Bynum dribbles near midcourt. And just a bad pass there as he tried to throw it into Sanders, but it was too high. Coming the other way with it, Campos dishes it out to the corner, and Perez going to fire a long 3. It's no good. Rebound is pulled in by Sapri, who boxed out Barnes quite nicely. Coming up the near sideline is Bickham at the left wing. He'll stop, swing it back around to Deontay Bynum. 9 seconds left. Gives it to Balderrama, top of the key. Balderrama gives it off to Bickham. Left wing fires up a 3. It's no good. Balderrama got the miss, and his shot attempt was blocked by Perez, who tosses it down the other side of the floor, and that'll do it for one. So pretty similar to what we saw in game 1. It was 21-9 at half. It's 23-12 at half here. Neither team really getting going offensively, and I think the Tigers got better as the half went on, but still not what they were hoping for there. Coach Nee still talking the team on the court here. I don't know if they're going to go to the locker room. Okay, now they're going to head to the locker room. All right, we are headed to the second half of play coming up. Alamogordo trails on the Richardson Motor scoreboard to the Carlsbad Cavemen 23-12. You're listening to Tiger Basketball on Alamo Sports and Talk, 1230, 101.9. Alamo Sports and Talk, 1230 AM, 101.9 FM. We're at halftime here of the Alamogordo Tigers and the Carlsbad Cavemen, game 2 of our doubleheader. Cavemen leading 23-12. Kind of similar to the first game. Neither team finding their offense, and I would say Carlsbad, they haven't gotten quite as many good open shot looks as I felt like they got on Saturday. And you just felt like it was maybe a matter of time before they started hitting shots. And it may still be that in the second half. Who knows? But I think Alamogordo's played a bit better defensively from game 1 to game 2. Offensively, I think it's kind of the same. And Alamogordo, just too many empty possessions where they're turning the ball over and more importantly, not getting, an opportunity to get a shot up. That's I think the tough part of it. If you're getting it inside and you're making the right passes and you're missing in that, it's not good, but at least you're running your offense the way you want to. For the Tigers, just a few too many turnovers, and that has been the struggle for Alamogordo this year. They haven't taken care of the basketball especially well, and teams will be able to take advantage of that, and we've seen Carlsbad do that to a point, but I think Alamogordo's played them tough again. Trey Sanders had a good first half, 6 points, and worked real hard on the offensive and defensive sides in the post. 3 points for Deontay Bynum, 2 for Diego Balderrama, 1 point for Demarion Smith. No Jason Warren today. That certainly hurts the Tigers. His presence in the post helps, but he's in his street clothes today. We're here with the team, but not playing. We didn't see him for, I think, a good portion of the second half yesterday, so got to feel like maybe nursing some type of an injury that's keeping him out. Meanwhile, on the other side for Carlsbad, Damian Perez, really good first half with 7. Devin McWright at 6. He had some foul trouble, though, and he was kind of in and out of the game as the half progressed. 4 points for Tyler Gonzalez. Tigers done their best to try to guard him inside and have done okay. I think they've done a pretty decent job, but he's certainly a presence in the post, and with his size, not just his height, but his size. He's 6'7", and he's got 250 pounds on him. It's a challenge. R.J. Amos, Xavier Rueda, Jacob Morales, each with 2 points apiece. And the Tigers find themselves down 11 here to the Cavemen. We had the Alamogordo girls game previous to this. We'll tell you what happened in that one when we come back from a break. And also want to remind you all, coming up at 11, we normally have our Alamo Sports Football Roundtable. That'll be coming on the air as soon as we're done with this game here at the City of Champions Classic in Artesia. So just a heads up on that. We've got that coming up for y'all next. Okay, let's take another break. We'll come back. Halftime score on the Richardson Motor scoreboard. Carlsbad 23, Alamogordo 12. is Tiger Basketball on Alamo Sports and Talk, 1230 AM, 101.9 FM, alamosportsandtalk.com. You can listen online. You can also check out the Alamo Sports YouTube channel as well, all of those. And you can actually go back and listen to games afterwards on the Alamo Sports YouTube channel whenever you'd like. We are at halftime, just about ready to begin the second half with Carlsbad leading Alamogordo 23-12. Alamogordo girls came up short to Goddard in our first game of the day, 56-42 the final. Jacqueline Vera had 11 points for Alamo, 10 points for Abby Vasquez, 8 points for Destiny Montoya in the defeat. And they will play tomorrow morning at 8:30 a.m. We'll be back here tomorrow for that, as they'll face off against either Ruidoso or Deming in their final game of the tournament, looking to pick up a win here. And we'll see if they get Ruidoso for the second time this year, or if they'll see Deming, which will be for the first of at least 3 times this season. So we'll find out what happens there. All right, both teams are out on the floor getting into their warm-ups and getting ready for the second half of play. And leading scorers on each side, Trey Sanders, 6 for Alamogordo, 7 points for Damian Perez. Devin McWright has 6 for Carlsbad in that first half. Alamogordo in their home, or the road blacks with the gold numerals and the Alamogordo across the front, while the Carlsbad Cavemen are in their home whites with the blue numerals and silver outlining for them. Both teams headed to their huddle. Now for Alamogordo, to me, number one, take care of the basketball. You know, I know that Carlsbad gives a lot of pressure on defense, but they've got to make the right decisions on passes, and if anything, I mean, try to take care of it on that end of the ball. Defensively, I think they've been okay in this game. They've played pretty well. Can they maintain that for the second half? We saw the second half. Carlsbad exploded against Alamogordo on Saturday. Does this one stay a little bit closer throughout the second half of play? We're about to find out. Trey Sanders, Brett George, Kai Bickham, Amarian, and Deontay Bynum on the floor for the Tigers. For the Cavemen, Tyler Gonzalez, Damian Perez, Devin McWright, RJ Amos, and Garen Gossett on the floor. And the Cavemen, look, they're spread out here in a zone here, which is a little bit of a different look than what we've seen. As the ball goes over to the left corner to Brett George. George is double teamed quickly. He's able to dribble out of it, and a foul going to be called on Carlsbad as George tried to dribble his way out of there. And looks like they're going to call Gossett. And it'll be baseline left inbounds. Gossett picked up his 3rd there. And that'll bring Ismael Chavez back into the game for Carlsbad. Inbounds goes to Bickham. Catch and shoot. And he knocks it in. Kai Bickham with his first bucket of the game. And Alamogordo trails now 23-14, 7:30 to go here in the third. Perez will bring it in the front court. Amarian Bynum on him. Gives it to McWright. Deontay on him. They try to go inside. And Gonzalez able to get the lay-in. Coach Nee wanted a push-off on that. And you could tell Gonzalez did extend his arms and get some room. But the Tigers do not get the call. Over at the far sideline, it's George. Cross-court pass to Bickham. Fires up a 3. No good. Rebound tipped out. Bynum's got it. Deontay, quick bounce pass inside to Sanders. Tigers, good ball movement here. Amarian Bynum fires up a 3 and hits it. Really good ball movement there from the Tigers. And Sanders kicked it outside, and the extra pass gave Amarian Bynum an open 3. Now it's McWright working to the baseline. Deontay on him. Now Damian Perez drives to the baseline, goes up with the layup and finishes. George tried to come over on the help defense, but Perez able to lay it in over the top of him, and it'll be a timeout called by Carlsbad with 6:33 to go in the third quarter. Carlsbad's lead at 10, 27-17. And we'll go ahead and take a quick break. Come right back. You're listening to Alamo Sports and Talk. Alamogordo basketball here with the second half, 6 minutes and 33 seconds to go here in the third. And got a Brett George, and I don't know what we're waiting on at the moment. Watching Brett George over here with Ismael Chavez kind of pushing off on each other before the play started. Deontay Bynum with the basketball, gives it off to Kai Bickham. Ball still in the backcourt. Gives it off to Deontay. Finds Kai. Gets it to the right wing. Kai feeds a pass over to the corner to Amarian Bynum. And now they give it to Brett George at the elbow. Kai Bickham at the right wing. Gives it to George, free throw line. He pump fakes, gets his man in the air, drives the basket. Shot no good, but he'll draw the foul. And to the line for two will go Brett George. Again, good ball movement here from Alamogordo. And Brett George will go to the line. Chance to get his first points of the morning. 6:08 to go in the third. And so far, like what I've seen from Alamogordo on the offensive end. Brett's going to miss on the first free throw, though. Again, better ball movements. Haven't been turning the ball over. And that time, Carlsbad turned up the pressure out of the timeout. And I thought the Tigers did a solid job with it. Brett's going to miss back rim. Rebound comes out, and Sanders is going to get it, and the Tigers will get another opportunity here. Out near midcourt, they go to George at the free throw line. Kick it to Bickham at the right wing. Kai gets in the lane and turns around, goes up with the shot. It is no good. Rebound is eventually grabbed by Gonzalez, and then stolen away by Bynum. Coming to the floor, here's Deontay driving the lane, goes up, shot no good. And crashing to the floor was Gonzalez, and I believe he's going to get called for the foul. And so him and Deontay Bynum came together there. Gonzalez is going to pick up his second. It's the third team foul here on Carlsbad. And inbounds here for, or I should say inbounds, a free throw opportunity here for Deontay Bynum. And he's going to miss on the first. Tigers not having a whole lot of luck at the free throw line in this game. They are now one of 7. Deontay misses both. Rebound tipped out, but this time controlled by Carlsbad. Ball goes over the right corner. Amos drives, and they're going to call a blocking foul on Kai Bickham. And baseline right to inbounds here for Carlsbad. First team foul, second foul personal, as the attempt to McWright. They got that tip in on that in the first half, and the Tigers defended it much better here, but Alamogordo going to have it stolen away by Perez coming up the near sideline. Perez works the baseline, pull-up jump shot. That's short. Rebound is grabbed by Bynum, and he'll give it off to Bickham. Back to Deontay. 5:20 remaining in the third. Tigers trail by 10. And a pass inside goes to George. George able to get the lay-in. Good entry pass there from Deontay Bynum, and George able to get up there and grab it and then get the shot to fall. It's an 8-point game. 5:05 to go in the third. Damian Perez with the basketball, guarded by Amarian Bynum. Gives it off to the right wing to Chavez. Chavez almost had it knocked away by Sanders. And then a pass is going to be behind McWright, and a turnover back to Alamogordo. And the Tigers a chance to cut this down to a 2-possession game here with 4:53 to go in the third quarter. Subs for Alamogordo. As Amarian Bynum comes out, so does Brett George. And we'll see Chris Sapri and Diego Balderrama come back on the floor for Alamogordo. As the inbounds goes to Deontay Bynum. Goes to Sanders at the free throw line. Sanders looking for the pass. Goes to Sapri. Back to Deontay. Give it off to Bickham. Left wing. Hesitates. Drives. Gives it off to Sanders. Sanders inside. Goes up with a shot. It's good and one. Trey Sanders, again, doing good work on the inside. Draws the foul. Gets the shot to go in. He's got 8 points and a chance at a 3-point play. As the foul is called on Rueda, he picks up his second. And we'll see Tyler Gonzalez come back into the game for Carlsbad. And Sanders can cut this to a 5-point lead for Carlsbad with 4:39 remaining in the third. Second free throw is good. 27-22, and Alamogordo Nice third quarter. Down by 12 to begin the half. They're down by 5. Perez with the basketball. Picks up his dribble out near midcourt. Finds McKnight. McKnight drives, gets in the lane, goes up with the shot with the right hand. Just rolls off. Battle for the rebound is going to be a tie-up. Sanders and McKnight in there for it. Possession arrow will keep it on this side for Carlsbad. Baseline right to inbounds. They get it to Chavez. Chavez will kick it out. McKnight left wide open for 3. No good. Rebound grabbed by Bynum, and he'll push up the far sideline for the Tigers. Cross-court pass to Sanders. Sanders the basket, lays it up and in. Tigers trail by 3, 27-24. 11 points now for Sanders. Amos gets to the free throw line, kicks it out left wing to Chavez. Now it's Amos out between the circles. He holds the ball there, gives it off to Chavez. Chavez works the lane. Good feed to Gonzalez, but had his shot blocked, it looked like, by Sanders. And then a tie-up, I believe. They're going to call a jump ball, or is it a foul? It is a jump ball, and Alamogordo gets the possession. So Alamogordo gets the possession, but Sanders on one end gets the bucket, and on this end. And Carlsbad coach looking for a foul. All right, now we get, there were some subs going on there. Valderrama is going to inbound the ball. I was confused. I thought they were changing what the call was. They did not. Anyway, here comes Bynum up to the floor, gives it to Supreme. Supreme back to Bynum. Zach Sell is coming into the game for the Tigers as Trey Sanders gets a rest. Bounce pass over to the right corner, gives it to Bickham. Back in the middle to Bynum. Bynum gets a screen from Valderrama. Tries to go inside to Sell. Sell's able to grab it, gets it outside to Supreme. Bynum, left wing, fires a long 3. It's no good. Rebound underneath by Valderrama, saved it, but it goes right to a Carlsbad player. Carlsbad on the outlet throws it away, and Bynum gets it back, and Alamogordo the chance to cut it to a 1-point game or tie it here with 3:17 to go in the third. Top of the key. It's Valderrama. Gets it back to Deontay Bynum. Deontay gets the screen from Valderrama, feeds it back to Bynum on the pick and roll. Bickham is going to fire 3. We're going to get a foul, an offensive foul on Valderrama. He made the pass but was up in the air and ran over a Carlsbad player who seems to be in some pain. Can't tell, is that Gossett or Gee? I think it's Gee who's a little bit worse for wear after that contact. Not sure it's the knee or got stepped on his ankle or what exactly happened there, but he trying to walk it off as best as he can. And he's going to work his way to the sideline, so hopefully nothing too serious for that young man. Always brave to step in there and draw a charge, especially when you got, I mean, Diego's got some weight on him coming into the lane there, and he stood in there and took it. 2:57 to go here in the third quarter. Alamogordo trails by 3, 27-24. Out the left wing, Chavez. Bickham with some tough defense. And a 5-second call is Bickham stuck with him the whole time, and Chavez was unable to find somebody to pass it to. And Alamogordo gets it right back. And it's been Carlsbad that's had a few more of the empty possessions here in this third quarter. The Tigers' defense has been causing some problems. And as you can see, it's led to the changes on the other side as well. And now one of the officials talking to Kai Bickham. I don't know if he felt like he was talking to someone on the other team. Kai's a fiery guy. He's usually talking a little bit out there, but here's a pass that's deflected, knocked away out of bounds, and last off of Carlsbad. As last off of Campos, they say. Far sideline to inbound for Valderrama. Gives it off to Bynum. 2:35 remaining here in the third. Baseline right, they go, or I should say to the right wing, they go to Bickham. Now between the circles, it's Bynum who almost had it taken away there by Campos. Tigers work it around. Bickham goes out top. Bynum going to fire another long 3. It's no good. Rebound battled for and eventually grabbed by McKnight. McKnight at the near sideline, cut off and gives it back to Perez. And he'll bring it into the front court for the Cavemen. At the top of the key, Supri on him. Sell sticking with him as well. Little step back. and no good. Rebound is pulled down by Balderrama, who almost went up with the shot and was about to put it in the the Caveman bucket. That would have given Carlsbad a couple of points there, but he, in midair, realized what he was doing and gave it off to Bickham. Balderrama, top of the key, left corner, three from Sapri, no good. Rebound at the baseline, pulled in by the Cavemen and battled for out of bounds, last off of Alamogordo, as it was Campos battling for it there with Sell and Balderrama. Deontay Bynum going to come off the floor, and we see Nick Martin come in for the Tigers. Sell, Martin, Bickham, Sapri. Now we're going to see Sanders come in for Balderrama. 1:43 to go, third quarter on the Richardson Motor scoreboard. Still just a 3-point lead for Carlsbad, 27-24. Tigers have outscored them 12-3 here in the quarter, 12-4, I should say. Gossett with it at the baseline, gets it back outside. Amos with the basketball, and he finds Campos. Campos goes up with the shot. Sanders with good defense there, and forced a change in the shot. Bickham grabs the rebound, and he comes up the other way. Bickham dribbles to the right wing. Kai continues to dribble. Swing pass to Sapri at the left wing, and the pass to Sanders deflected off his hands. Perez has it. Perez then loses the handle, and Martin gets the basketball. Martin, bounce pass was behind Bickham. He's able to grab it, and Coach Nee wants a timeout with 1:04 to go in the third quarter, just to try to settle things down a little bit. 1:04 remaining in the third, and I'm sure both coaches would like things to settle down a little bit, get some good possessions here. 30-second timeout on the floor. Tigers down by 3. You're listening to Tiger Basketball. Welcome back. Alamogordo trails 27-24, 1:04 to go in the third quarter, and they have the basketball as Martin gets the inbounds in the backcourt from Sanders. Martin dribbles to the right wing, over to the right corner. See what the Tigers come up with out of the timeout. Zach Sell has come back in the game for Alamogordo. Over to the right corner. Actually, Sell was in previous to that, I'm sorry. Sanders, out top, Sanders, almost lost the handle, gives it off to Bickham. And now to Martin. Bickham right corner. Swings it over the far side. Amarian Bynum, three is good. Second three of the game for Amarian Bynum, and we're tied. 27-27. Alamogordo trailed by 11 out of the locker room, and they've brought it all the way back. McWright with it out between the circles. Ball at the right wing, and the Tiger bench yelling defense. Chavez with it, tried to feed it to Campos, stolen away. Amarian Bynum pushes up the floor, 2-on-2. Bynum working to the basket, gets it there, layup attempt, no good. Rebound pulled down by Carlsbad. And Campos pushes up the floor. He loses it. Sell's got it. He gets it to Bynum. Bynum should have an easier opportunity to lay up this time, but he misses it again. Sell gets the rebound. Putback is good. Tigers lead. Zach Sell with the lay-in, and Alamogordo leads 29-27. Half-court shot is up. No good. What a third quarter from the Tigers. They outscore the Cavemen 17-4, and they lead by 2 going to the final frame on the Richardson Motor scoreboard. Tigers 29, Cavemen 27. You're listening to Tiger Basketball on Alamo Sports and Talk, 1230 AM, 101.9 FM. Final quarter of play, day 2 here at the City of Champions Classic in Artesia. And what a difference between game 1 and game 2 for these two teams. Alamogordo lost by 40 to Carlsbad on Saturday. They lead by 2 going to the fourth quarter. McWright drives the lane. Right lane goes up and finishes. Pretty looking layup there from Devin McWright. He's got 8, and he ties up the game at 29. 7:45 to go in the fourth. And ball with Martin, and he dishes it to the left. Gets it right back, though, from Amarian Bynum. Martin swings it out to Sanders. Now back to Amarian Bynum. Sanders between the circles. Bickham left wing. Bickham works his way to the baseline. He's going to fire a corner 3. It's no good. And Amos grabs the rebound, and he's going to be converged on by both Sell and Sanders, and one of the two of those committed the foul. And it's going to be Zach Sell who picks up the foul. It'll be his first, the third team foul on Alamogordo. Neither team in the bonus. It's 4 team fouls on Carlsbad, 3 on Alamogordo. 7:21 to go fourth quarter. We're tied at 29. Regardless of the outcome for Alamogordo, they've got to feel really good about how much different this game looks to what it was on Saturday. McWright, top of the key. McWright looks to drive all the way to the basket. Offensive foul. Getting in there and drawing the charge, Trey Sanders. He looked like he stationed himself quite nicely in there. Carlsbad's bench didn't agree, but as with most charge block calls, that'll be the third on McWright. Martin will bring it into the front court. Gives it over the right corner, but it's through the hands of Amarian Bynum. Out of bounds, and Alamogordo turns it over. So not very good possessions here to start off the fourth quarter for Alamogordo. A contested 3 and 1 through the hands. Carlsbad has had a lay-in and then a charge. Basically ran the same play both times, getting McWright on a curl around the top and letting him drive, and they'll do it one more time. This time he'll pull up on the jump shot. No good, but Gonzalez skies for the rebound. His putback attempt is good, and he draws the contact and will go to the line for a chance at a 3-point play. So Caveman ran pretty much the same thing. I'm sure there's some variations to it on each of the plays, but just ran a little screen out at the elbow or out at the top of the key, and McWright made the layup the first time, picked up the charge on the second one, and missed on a pull-up jump shot from the free throw line, but good offensive rebounding inside there by Tyler Gonzalez, and has put his team back in front here after Alamogordo took the lead to start the fourth quarter, and Gonzalez finishes off the 3-point play. 32-29, 6:41 remaining here in the fourth quarter, as Deontay Bynum will work it in the front court for the Tigers. Deontay, Trey Sanders, Chris Sapri, Brett George is back on the floor, and out there with Nick Martin. Deontay continues his dribble, gives it to George, top of the key. George thought about driving, passes it up to Sapri, back outside to Deontay, 6:22 remaining. Gives it to Sapri in the left corner. Bounce pass inside to George. George trying to post up, trying to work his way around Gonzalez. Martin, top of the key, has a shot blocked by Perez, and Perez pushes up the floor. Over the right wing, feeds it right corner. Driving baseline is Amos underneath the basket. Gets it to McWright. McWright back over to Amos. Left corner open for 3. No good. Inside, Gonzalez had the rebound, but drawing the tie-up with Sanders. Possession arrow goes the other way. And good hard work inside again by Trey Sanders. And Alamogordo will come the other way, down by 3. Deontay Bynum with the basketball. McWright will pick him up near midcourt. Ball goes over to the right corner. And Martin, bounce pass to Sapri. Left wing, a jab step by Bynum. They'll instead go inside to George. George working baseline, goes up with the left hand, shot no good. Perez grabs the rebound on the opposite side. Perez slows up, gets George to go past him. Now drives on Sapri. Left elbow jump shot high in the air is good. What a pretty stroke there from Damian Perez, and a timeout called by Carlsbad with 5:26 to go in the fourth quarter. And they have outscored the Tigers 7-0 here to start the fourth quarter. Alamogordo looking to get something out of the timeout here as they trail by 5. On the Richardson Motor scoreboard, Caveman 34, Tigers 29. We're back after this. 5:23 to go, fourth quarter. Alamogordo trails 34-29. Carlsbad with the first 7 points here this fourth quarter after the Tigers had taken their first lead of the game. Supri top of the key, finds Bynum. He gets an open look from three, and he hits it. Deontay Bynum with his second three of the game and gets the Tigers on the board here in the fourth quarter. 34-32, Alamogordo trails by 2. Damian Perez with the basketball, Supri guarding him. Perez gets by him, gets to the left of the lane, dishes out left corner to McWright. McWright over to the right corner. Gossett going to fire up a triple. That's too strong. And Martin on the other side able to grab the rebound. And McWright's going to pick up his fourth foul on that rebound. That's a big one there for Carlsbad, and probably see him come out of the game. And Trey Sanders will inbound here for Alamogordo with 4:51 remaining. It'll be Deontay to bring it in the front court. Yells out the play. Amos picks him up. Left wing gives it off to Supri. Supri holds it there. Martin top of the key. Now to Bynum, off a screen, fires up a three, no good. Rebound inside, out of bounds, last off of Gossett. I honestly couldn't tell inside there. The only other officials coming in and checking on that. Nick Martin comes out. Kai Bickham returns to the game for the Tigers. Bickham, Supri, George, Deontay Bynum, and Trey Sanders. Bickham catches on the inbounds. Feed it past to George. It was between his legs, and then George tried to feed it back outside to Bynum. Bynum went the opposite direction of the pass, and it goes out of bounds at the far sideline. Carlsbad gets it back here with 4:30 to go in the fourth. Amos will inbounds to Perez, out there with Gonzalez, Gossett, and Morales. Over left corner, Gossett goes inside to Gonzalez. Gonzalez feeds it over to Amos, the right wing. He works his way to the free throw line, swings it out, Gossett left corner, and he'll dribble his way back towards the middle of the floor. Between the circles, gives it to Perez, right wing extended. Perez crossing over on Supri. Pull-up jump shot from just in front of the top of the key, and he misses it all. Out of bounds, and it goes to Alamogordo with 4:04 to go here in the fourth. Tell you what, he was making it seem like every single one of those the other day on Saturday, and it just hasn't been quite as crisp a shooting for him today. And certainly has been a difference in this game. Ball goes over to the left wing with Bynum. Feeds the top of the key to Sanders. Sanders, Bickham left corner. Kai gonna fire up a triple. It's no good, out of the hands of Bynum inside. Perez got it. Amos comes the other way, 2-on-2. Amos feeds it to Morales, left corner. Morales, baseline jump shot is good. Jacob Morales. And I think the Alamogordo bench maybe thought he traveled there. It was close, but I think he probably kept his pivot foot as he went to go and dribble with it. Bickham with the basketball left corner. 3:23 remaining, a 4-point game. Every possession important here, and we got a foul called on Carlsbad, and they're going to call it on Tyler Gonzalez. And it's 1-1 for Alamogordo now. So Trey Sanders will go to the line for a 1-1. Third foul on Gonzalez. Sanders takes a deep breath and is ready to go, knowing these are two very important free throws. And he knocks it down. Big free throw from the sophomore. And one more for Trey. Can't say, I mean, all these guys that are sophomores in this team that, you see them, I honestly see them getting better game to game. And Sanders is having his best game of the season. Makes them both. Huge free throws there from Trey Sanders. Cuts it to a 2-point game. 3:19 to go in the fourth quarter. 13 points for Trey Sanders. And a timeout called, and I believe a full timeout. Let me see, full or 30? Full. Full timeout on the floor. 3:19 to go in the fourth. It's Carlsbad 36, Alamogordo 34. You're listening to Tiger Basketball on Alamo Sports and Talk. 12:30 a.m., 101.9 FM. Carlsbad with the basketball, leading by 2, 3:13 remaining. Perez goes over the far side to Gossett. Tigers with some backcourt pressure here, and that's the first time we've seen that, and that leads to a timeout from Carlsbad, as the Tigers really hadn't gone into the backcourt to provide some pressure the entire game. And so a 30-second timeout on the floor. We'll go ahead and keep it right here this time around. Your leading scorers on both sides. Alamogordo's got 13 points from Trey Sanders, 6 from Deontay Bynum and Amarian Bynum. And then pretty spread out after that. Kai Bickham, Brett George, Diego Balderrama, Zach Sell, and all of them have 2 points, 1 point for Damarian Smith. On the other side, it's Damian Perez with 11. 9 points for Tyler Gonzalez, 8 points for Devin McWright, 4 points for Jacob Morellis, and then 2 points apiece for RJ Amos and Xavier Rueda. Inbounds here goes to Perez, 3:07 to go, as he'll come across midcourt over the far sideline. Now comes left wing to McWright, who gets a screen. Saw this play at the start of the fourth quarter. They go to Amos in the right corner, and Amos will dribble out there and all the way out towards midcourt. Bickham got a hand on it, knocked it away. It's in the backcourt, a dive for it, and they're going to call, wait a minute, they're going to call a jump ball or a travel? I thought he called jump originally, and then they decided to call it a traveling violation. Okay, they need to talk this over, because initially he called jump, then he changed his call to a travel. And so it'll be Alamogordo basketball. They said he called it a traveling violation. Amos rolled over with the basketball. I see that not called a travel a lot, so I don't know. I think Alamogordo caught a break there. Left wing extended with it. It's Bickham out between the circles to Bynum. Right corner, it's Sapri. Sapri holds it there. Bickham top of the key. Bynum left wing. Amos comes out on him. And they're going to call an offensive foul on Alamogordo as they're setting screens on the inside trying to get guys open. And is that Sanders that picks up the foul? So Trey Sanders picked up his third foul. There was a lot of movement going through, and obviously too much contact there, and Sanders draws the foul. And coming across midcourt with it is Perez. Gives it to McWright. McWright drives right of the lane, off the glass, shot no good. Gonzalez grabs the rebound, putback is there. Again, the big fella makes a difference in the middle. And 38-34, back to a two-possession lead here for Carlsbad. Bynum in the backcourt, Amos all over him. Gives it off to Bickham. 2:05 remaining. Bynum with the basketball. Has it the left wing. Goes to Sanders out between the circles. Under 2 minutes to go in the fourth quarter. Bickham left corner, looks to drive baseline. It's poked away by Perez. Perez delivers the middle of the floor to Gossett. Gonzalez, looks like he may have gotten away with the travel, but passes it away to McWright. Now it's Gossett, and now Perez, and Perez going to fire a long three. It's no good. Rebound out to the near sideline as he tried to save it, and it'll be back over to Alamogordo with 1:41 to go in the fourth quarter. Sanders will inbound to Bynum. Coming up on 90 seconds to go in the game. The Tigers down by 4. Can they make another push here? As Bynum gets a screen from Sanders. Minute 28 to go. Bynum continues to dribble, works his way into the lane, gets caught in the air, and he travels. Well, not a whole lot of passing there for Alamogordo, but I think trying to get the defense to converge on him and kick it to the outside for a three. And Deontay will come out, and Nick Martin will come in. As Perez will bring it into the front court with 1:17 remaining. Sapri on him. Bickham able to step in front of the pass and steal it away. It's one-on-one with him and Perez. Perez is going to foul him on the shot attempt. And 2 free throws coming up here for Kai Bickham as he slowed up and was able to draw the contact and get a chance to make this a 2-point game again. Second foul on Damian Perez. And the 8th foul on Carlsbad. Alamogordo still has a foul to give here with 1:11 to go in the game. Bickham, though, misses the first free throw. That has not been a strong suit for the Tigers in this game. I think they were 1 of 7 earlier. They've done a little bit better since then, but got one of the officials that needs to lace up his shoe. And so he's good to go. And Bickham will try to make this a one-possession game. Unable to do so, Perez grabs the rebound. So the Tigers with a golden opportunity and unable to hit a couple of free throws. 1:05 remaining, McWright's got it. And now Carlsbad, I'm sure, will be pretty deliberate with the basketball here and not take a shot unless need to. And again, Bickham's going to step in front of a pass. Bickham gets to the basket. Oh, and he tried a pass, and it was behind Supri. Supri pushes up the floor McWright, guarded by Supri. And obviously Bickham knew that the blocking skills of Perez were right there, and he was trying to feed it to somebody else. McWright, good feed to Gonzalez. Gonzalez blocked. Oh, they're going to call that a foul. Oh, my. I guess they're going to say it was on the body, but it looked like he came over and got a clean block. So they're going to say it was the body before his hand came down on it, but boy, Trey Sanders got up there and made a fantastic play, but I guess caught him with the body first, and that was the issue as Gonzalez makes the free throw. 39-34, 39 seconds left. And I'll tell you what, the Tigers had two great opportunities on the last two possessions off of steals, and that's probably going to be the difference in this game, but we'll see. Still some time left. Tigers need every possession to count, though. 38 seconds left, and they've got to hurry. And Coach Nee's going to call a timeout. So they're going to try to draw up a play out of the timeout, see if maybe they can get it down to a one-possession game with 34 seconds left. 40-34, Carlsbad leads on the Richardson Motor scoreboard. Full timeout for Alamogordo. We'll take one as well. You're listening to Tiger Basketball on Alamo Sports and Talk. .5 seconds to go in the fourth quarter. It's Carlsbad 40.